important to note that as educators, we carry a lot of baggage from previous teams and previous schools, especially international educators. We've had a lot of bad team leaders. We've had a lot of bad senior leaders. We've had a lot of people come back from workshops and try activities like this that have just gone wrong, right? And it's possible that you'll take an activity like this into your team meeting and somebody's going to go, oh, Linda went to a leadership workshop. But it's important to note, as you engage in these activities, be authentic with your team. Hey guys, what's really important to me is that we move through this year with a purpose that we cannot do our jobs alone. That everybody's responsible for every student. And in order to do that, we need to engage in a lot more activities around not just team building, but understanding beliefs and looking at ways that we can share practices. That takes a lot of trust. That takes the willingness to receive feedback, just as much as it is to give feedback, which is the easy part. Receiving feedback is the hard part. And when there's elephants in the room, it makes it very difficult to give or receive feedback, and especially the receiving part. So when we think about the activity that you're going to do now on page 3, on the left-hand side, I want you to think about all the things that annoy you about leading a team. For those of you that aren't leading a team or will be leading a team, try to imagine those things that go wrong in the meetings. All right, so first things first, take a look at your lists before we share them and make sure to cross out any names. We're not listing names, all right? So next thing when we do an activity like this is it's an opportunity to share individually one by one. We don't want anybody crowding out others from sharing their own thoughts or beliefs around this particular activity. So as a facilitator, when you start to have something where you can create a list, I like to do what's called popcorn protocol. You have each person one by one read something off their list. Another team member at the table will take responsibility for making a master list. The purpose of this activity is after you've read one by one each item, not repeating an item, right? It's okay to show, oh yeah, I also had that one on my list. That's fine, but you're not going to repeat it again. You're going to give a new one. When the list is complete, what I want you to do is I want you to agree on 5. I want you to agree on the top 5 that you all say is the most annoying thing that undermines a team's ability to work, that undermines your ability to lead. Once you agree on those top 5, though, we're not going to leave them as a negative. Because if this is a norming activity, we don't want it to make about policing behavior. That's not what you want to do as a team leader. What you want to do is you want to identify the positive behaviors that we want the team to demonstrate. So for instance, I have an example here. Some team members never come to meetings prepared. We will hold team members accountable for being prepared. That's flipping it, making it more positive. That's the behavior we expect as a team. We is also really important. It's not about the team leader is going to hold people accountable. When you get your team agreeing to these words, then we can hold the team accountable when people don't come prepared. All right? This is an important form of delegation, getting buy-in from the team and building consensus. So my expectation for you at this part of the activity is to make a master list, agree on the top 5, change those 5 from a negative to a positive.